Day 134. I'm pissed off. The Knicks just lost. Messed up my Knicks in 5 prediction. Yo, this is not a Knicks video, but it's a live stream, so I could talk about whatever. What the fuck, yo? They don't have no offense. Everybody just stands around, watch Jalen Brunson dribble. They don't move around. And I understand sometimes they thinking, oh, he gonna dribble, he gonna shoot, but still keep moving because you let the defense just set up to double him. And sometimes he get double, he doesn't pass it. And it is frustrating because I'm like, yo, son, you got to pass the ball, man. You just ball hogging the whole time. But at the end of the day, y'all got to still keep moving. It throws the defense off. So when he does decide to pass, y'all in different positions, different spots. Then you got Josh Hart. This dude's hitting threes in the beginning of the game. Then all of a sudden, he decides he wants to start pump faking and challenging a 7-footer down in the paint. Like, come on, son. Just pull a shot. And then Karl Anthony Towns. Oh, my gosh. This dude is a doofus, yo. Like, he's just a doofy person. You know what I'm saying? And he just pick up fouls all the time off of the dumbest shit, yo. Like, come on. But it's the offense. Really, the offensive game plan is just trash. Jalen Brunson coming off the pick and roll, he's never looking to pass. And it's like, son, sometimes you got an easy lob to a 7-footer. You got 2 7-footers. And anytime you run a pick and roll with Mitchell Robinson, you need to be looking for that lob, Trae Young style. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. And then when they start playing back, because they double him, and he's still not looking for the lob. Like, look for the lob. If they don't double you, then you could cook. But I don't know. Anyways, let me get to the actual topic. Pissed off. Times it. Shit. Let's get to this.
People talk about rock bottom, that when you hit rock bottom is when you'll make a change. But there's a corresponding place that I call cliff top, right? Where you get so high that you realize literally none of the stuff can make you happy. Right. After you can get to the end of the material world. You get to the end of money. You get to the end of sex. You get to the end of fame. You have so much, and then you like go off of a cliff into the same kind of abyss that you'd be scared of slipping into at rock bottom. Right. Where life loses all of its ability to sustain and please you. Right. And then the only thing that's left, the same thing at rock bottom, the only thing that's left at cliff top is you have to find what you're actually looking for, and what you're actually looking for is you. You're looking for you. When you have money, it's like, yeah, it's cool to buy things, but it's not the money. You like how you feel inside. Right. It's unleashing a feeling inside. And at rock bottom and at cliff top, what you have to learn how to do is generate that feeling without anything external. You have to learn how to like you so much that you like being alive so much that you bring positive energy that's not generated by stuff, right? Because stuff is coming and going. Right. Like people are coming and going. Everything you have and everybody you love is going to rise and fall in your life. The place that we have to find is a spiritual place where we are good with us. We trust us. I trust myself. I trust God, and I trust life, that whatever happens, I'm going to make happy out of it. I don't need specific things to happen.
That's tough. Yeah, that's tough. I wouldn't know anything about that because I ain't made it to the cliff top. Let's go to the next video.
What essentially happens is between the the posts that you're looking at and the things that the instant gratification that you're getting, you start to release dopamine. Dopamine is a reward hormone, and in order for a reward hormone to be utilized properly, you need to work, because there is no reward without work.
Mm-hmm.
So dopamine essentially is a motivator. It's something to encourage you, something to kind of light a fire underneath you and push you so you could do hard work. And then at the end, you're rewarded. And then when you're rewarded, you get this dopamine release because you worked so hard.
So now you're saying we're getting this dopamine release without working.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Now you're getting it instantly. So you have a generation of people that feel they don't have to do anything in order to get results. And with that, you get dopamine drops, you get depression, because now you're not getting what you want. Now it's not instantaneous.
A lot of people don't understand how hard it is to reach your goals, to reach your dreams. Mm-hmm. And it looked easy because we're getting the release from the dopamine to say, oh, okay, look, Instagram, okay, I get what I want. I get what I want. I get what I want.
Sure.
And then in real life, it don't work like that. It don't
work like that at all.
So dopamine is, it says it's not technically a reward hormone, but it is a neurotransmitter and hormone that plays a central role in the brain's reward system. Dopamine is released when you experience, hold on, let me blow this up, my fault, y'all. When you experience something pleasurable or rewarding, such as eating good food, having sex, or achieving a goal, and it motivates you to repeat those behaviors. While often called the feel-good chemical, dopamine is more about motivation and reinforcement, making you want to seek out rewards rather than directly causing feelings of pleasure. So with the Will Smith thing, what I'm wondering is, will you have to continue to just set new goals and try to accomplish new things? Because in a sense, he said, you know, when you at cliff top and you get everything, he didn't mention dopamine, but I'm sure every time you're achieving new things, every time you're having sex, you're releasing dopamine, right? So he's had enough sexual partners from the most beautiful women, so it's probably not as exciting for him anymore. And I ain't gonna say most men, but men reach that, even when we not celebrities. Sometimes it's just not as enjoyable as it used to be when we was younger. Once you experience enough partners, sometimes you kind of know what the person's going to be like before you even sleep with them. That's why men tend to start sleeping with things that they would normally, the ones who get it though, that they wouldn't normally go after. Well, you'd be like, why you sleep with her? Because it was different. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see how this person is, this librarian. You know what I'm saying? This, just some random person that you like. Oh, I want to see. I wonder what she's like. It's to get that dopamine hit, because the dopamine hit from the one you traditionally go after is just not the same, because you kind of know what they like, what they will be like, not what they actually like. But anyways, so the did I read this part? While often called the feel-good chemical, dopamine is more about motivation, and reinforcement, making you want to seek it out, rewards rather than directly causing feelings of pleasure. Okay, I did read that out. So I wonder if you just have to continue to set new goals, new challenges, in your life, so you can still feel some sort of fulfillment. I mean, and this is Will Smith. He's accomplished a lot, right? Music, movies. I think that's why he probably started doing all those extra things. Like, he had a show or some sort of thing where he was just doing all types of bucket list type of things. And it's probably because he just feels like, I need something. I've gotten so much. But most people won't achieve that. Most people won't get to the level that he's gotten to. But I think with the guy in the second video talking about with the social media and everything, constantly getting these dopamine hits. I mean, it's crazy when you every time you go through a reel, and the crazy thing is, these social media platforms understand this. They understand the psychology of the human brain. So that's why they really want to pump the 1 minute reels and stuff like that, because you go through a reel, and this is how you end up going through that rabbit hole. You go through a little video, and then after that video, you see like, oh, I'm gonna scroll one more time. You scroll, and then it's something completely different, and then you want to know a little bit more about that, and then you scroll again, and sometimes it'll show you, similar videos, and you just keep going and going and going and going, and next thing you know, you're 2 hours in and you can't go to sleep. So be careful. I say this and I'm talking to myself, but we gotta lay off the social media. It's really killing us. Them dopamine hits. It's just not good. And it's the same thing when guys are watching, beautiful women on social media, or women watching men on social media. The dopamine hits. You got to earn it. You got to earn it. And at this point, even with food, right? Now, when you want something, you don't even have to go get it. You can just order it. I'm just order this food's gonna come to me. Before you had to, you had to go to the place, or it took a while. So sometimes you'd be like, you know what, I'm not gonna go because I don't feel like going there. Now you could DoorDash everything. So I don't know. But I'm gonna keep this video short. I'm starving. Till next time, peace.